Hey YouTube, how's it going? Melvin back here again with another Alchemy Stars video, and this one is all about Hydrad. Now, currently, Hydrad is my favorite unit in the game, by far, hands down. Even though he's only a 5-star unit, he is super fun to use. He specializes at bursting down units for a single turn when his active skill is up. Do note that he's a support unit, but do not let that fool you. He is not a defensive unit. He is super aggressive, and if you build your entire team around Hydrad, and you work around his active skill, you can one-shot a lot of the bosses in the game. Hydrad's active skill is going to be his bread and butter. This is the whole reason why you will be bringing Hydrad in your team. And what it is a buff skill that for that turn when you use this skill, all your water units will be doubling down on their chain combos. There's a couple things to note here. The first one is that it only affects your water units. So if you want to be using Hydrad, you have to build your entire team around Hydrad. You probably want to be running mono water. That way every single unit on your team is going to be affected by this active skill. You can probably get away running 4-1, that is a team with 4 water units and 1 splash color, but IMO, just run mono water because 1, it's super easier to run mono water, and 2, you're going to be running mono water in the Spire anyway, so it's good practice to be running mono water. That way you're practicing your Spire team. And because, you know, in the Spire you run mono water, I think he is one of the best Spire team units in the entire game. The second thing to note is that the second part of the chain combo scales off Hydrad's attack. At the beginning, it'll scale off 70% of Hydrad's attack, but once you get him at section 3, it goes all the way up to 85% of Hydrad's attack. So what this means is that you don't want to be bringing your Hydrad only at level 1. You want to be maxing your Hydrad's level as much as you can because that is where most of the damage is coming from. And the third thing I want to quickly mention is that with Aurora Time, you do not double down on this ability. Meaning that if you chain combo twice using Aurora Time, you can only double down on the first one. The second one does not get affected by this active skill, unfortunately. First chain combo, there's nothing really special here. It's a very basic detonator chain combo. The best thing about it is the fact that the first tier only costs 2. Meaning it's super easy to proc and it's super reliable. In terms of ranges, the first tier is going to be a 1 cluster, the second tier is going to be a 2 diamond, and the third tier is going to be a 2 cluster, meaning he is super good at killing the medium-sized mobs and the large mobs in the game. Also note that he is a water unit, so he does get affected by his own active skill. If you use his active skill and use the chain combo, he does double down on that chain combo. For his equipment skill, it's nothing special. It's basically just a counter attack. He gets to counter attack once per turn, doing 40% true damage back to your opponent. Like I said, it's whatever. I even forget that this thing exists sometimes. It's nice when it works, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about it, which I guess is a good thing. In terms of breakthroughs, they're both really good, especially the second one. If you have 2 copies of Hydrad, do consider running him in your water team because it turns his really OP active skill into a preemptive strike. Meaning if the stars align at the beginning of the match, or if you have some tile converters with preemptive skills, you can one-shot a lot of things in the game. In terms of his breakthrough 5, it reduces the cooldown by 1 turn, which is also pretty nice. Meaning that you can use it a lot sooner, which again, you know, this is the best part of his kit. So the fact that both breakthroughs lower the cooldown of his active skill is really nice if you get a lot of copies of Hydrad. In terms of team composition, this is the mono water team that I like to use. Carlene plus Hydrad is just a really good combo. They synergize super well together. If both of their skills are up, you could use Carlene to help convert a line of blues and have a huge chain combo turn, which works super well with Hydrad's active skill. It's really fun to do. The other combo here is going to be Miss Blank and Philly Shy. My Philly Shy is breakthrough 2, which means her skill becomes preemptive, allowing me to jump anywhere in the map, and that makes Miss Blank choose whichever 4 tiles she wants to convert. And for the last slot, I have Vice, just because Vice is a solid DPS. The last slot could be any DPS here, it doesn't really matter, but I've chosen Vice just because I've invested in her, and she's a free-to-play hero, and you get a lot of breakthrough materials just by doing story.
司令評価よ。
噛み砕け。
押さないでください。ターゲット追跡。
敵を貫け。司令評価よ。
わがままをおっしゃるお客様はどちら？
いちいち聞かないで。凍えるような空の下で評価は咲き誇る。
お気軽に皆様、目的地に到着いたしました。
敵を貫け。
先生外す。
飲み込め。
押さないでください。
当然の結果ね。私たちには敗戦の伝統などないから。